Hello everyone, this is Source Codex, and I wanted to give you an update on something I have done for you ambient music, synthesizer music fans out there. I have created a playlist on YouTube called Supreme Ambient, and it has 230 videos included, and we're talking hours and hours and hours of some of the best hand-picked ambient music that is available on YouTube. I have tried to add the well-known ambient artists as well as many of you have probably never heard of. But I just wanted to give you an update of just some of the people on here. Philip Wilkerson, Steve Roach, the prolific ambient artist Jim Butler, Brian Eno, Dana and Clement, Yassos, Jan Seri, Altos, David Helpling, and they just go on. Max Corbacho, more Steve Roach, Andrew Lahiff, Darshan Ambient, Tom Brennan, Kit Watkins, Don Slepian, and well, the list goes on and on. I have also, as you might expect, added some of my own ambient music towards the very end of the program. We've got Patrick O'Hearn, Robert Rich, Vidna Abmana, and Dave Luxton. And let's see who else we have in here. Well, I think I've mentioned pretty much all of the artists that are on here. Robert Carty, James Johnson, Telomere, Muma, Deep Space, Asherah. There are a lot of really great artists on this program, and I hope that among the 230 videos, you will find some time. Diatonist is another artist. You Liquid Mind, John Jenkins, Zero Ohms. I hope that in these videos, you will find some time to relax. Play this at low volume in the background while you're doing other things. This music is some of the best that's ever been released, going all the way back into the 80s. I have compiled a large list, and being a former ambient music reviewer, I know what's good because it was sent to me personally to promote and review. And I know a lot of these artists, and I think they'll be pleased that I've created this playlist. Look in the notes below this video, and you will find the link to the playlist. A real quick story. Steve Roach was the first ambient artist that I discovered by sheer accident. I bought a cassette tape called Structures from Silence only because the cover looked very interesting. I put it on the way home from the place I bought it, and I was amazed at how wonderful it sounded. I put it on at home one evening, and my wife and my young child were hanging out in the living room doing this, that, and the other. I went back into the other room to take care of something else. And when I came back into the living room, Structures from Silence was still playing. But my wife and my young child were completely relaxed so much that my wife was asleep in the chair and my young daughter was asleep on the floor. They had been moved into a place of such a deep relaxation that they'd fallen asleep. And this was like 7 p.m. You know, it was an interesting experience. And from that moment, I knew that ambient music, you know, I was a big rock and roll, jazz rock fusion fan, and I loved, you know, synthesizer music by Tangerine Dream and the rest. But at that moment, I knew I was an ambient music fan forever. And I actually bought the synthesizers, learned how to create sound waves from scratch on my computer, and I started releasing my own music in 2005. And I have another release slated for later this year in 2021 or early next year, 2022. Now, I'll tell you this. If you go on Bandcamp or on YouTube and look for Jim Butler, you will find excellent ambient music there as well. And trust me on this, there is no one more prolific than Jim Butler. He lives in New Hampshire, and I chatted with him via email. He gets up every day like 5 or 6 in the morning and starts composing. And within a day or so, he's got his album covers, he's got his notes, he's got his name for the piece. Bam, he uploads it. I get notifications from Bandcamp probably 2 to 3 times a week, or if not more, that Jim Butler has released another piece of ambient music. Now, an artist I highly recommend, if you can find, is James Johnson and his Surrender release. Make sure you get that. Well, I think I've talked long enough about my Supreme Ambient YouTube playlist. I hope that you folks enjoy it. Spread the word. This is Source Codex signing off.